Hello, coffee connoisseurs. Welcome to another spooky season episode of Coffee Snob Reviews. I'm your host, the Coffee Snob, and today we are doing Witch's Brew Succulent Cider by Geek. Let's go! But before we get into this bag of coffee, even though I'm extremely excited to get into this bag of coffee, I want to give a shout out to Geek for sending me a sticker. That's one way to earn kudos with me, is to send me a sticker to add to my collection. And it looks really cool. With that out of the way, I cannot wait to smell this coffee. I cannot wait to try this coffee, so let's get into it. Clearly, I'm still horrible at opening these bags. Some things will never change. Gosh, I can smell it without even actually having to try to smell it. I can't wait to try this coffee. I get a really fresh scent of coffee, and it also comes with a kind of tart scent to it, which obviously is going to be the cider aspect. I really cannot wait to try this coffee. I'm also detecting some cinnamon in this, which I would naturally expect, being that this is a cider flavored coffee. So on top of having a really good and fresh coffee scent to it, where I'm getting like a tart apple scent with a cinnamon mix, and I'm extremely excited to try this. When you shift the beans around in the bag and you smell it, you get like a really good apple scent out of it. The way that this coffee smells would make an amazing candle, I'm just saying. As great as this coffee smells, and believe me when I say I could sit here and smell this all day, I really can't wait to try it, so I'm going to go and I'm going to get this brewing. While we wait for the coffee to brew, I want to talk about Geek for a little bit. They've been in the coffee cultivation and management business for over 50 years. They're a mix of a US and Colombian family that loves coffee and loves the environment, and that is 2 wins in my book. I also love coffee and the environment. When you buy from Geek Grinds, you're buying directly from the producer and the grower with no middlemen involved. They also aim to empower women in the coffee farming industry, while simultaneously supporting every aspect of childhood education, as well as industry training, as well as women in management in Colombia. They have a really cool About Us section as well as a Meet the Farmer section on their website, which you can check out because I'll have their website linked in the description of this video. Geek Grind offers a wide variety of coffee, both traditional and flavored, as well as teas, which you can find for sale on their website. And as far as flavored coffees go, I would have to say that this is one of the more unique flavors that I've come across, so I gotta give them kudos for that, and I cannot wait to try it. I'm back. This is taste number 1, unsweetened, no creamer. But before we do that, I just want to say that I could smell a very pleasant coffee scent in my kitchen. I could also smell a faint apple scent, and that has me beyond excited to actually try this coffee. In just smelling the coffee in the mug, I'm getting a faint apple scent, but I'm getting more of a cinnamon scent. It's kind of like a cinnamon apple scent, almost like how you would expect like an apple pie to smell. It smells amazing, and once we start adding some sugar and some creamer into this coffee, if it tastes how it smells, this is going to be phenomenal. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. This is really good. Initially, I get a cinnamon taste, a faint appley taste, and then the aftertaste is basically just the coffee taste. I was kind of expecting this to go the opposite way. I was kind of expecting the coffee taste initially, and then kind of an apple cinnamon aftertaste. The fact that we're getting the apple cinnamon taste predominantly first, and then an aftertaste of coffee, really leads me to believe that once this coffee is sweetened with some creamer in it, it's going to be amazing. I think I'm going to really enjoy this coffee sweetened. I also like that I'm not getting much of a tart taste out of this coffee. There's really not much of a bitterness to it. When I initially smelled the coffee in the bag, I was getting kind of like a tart apple scent to it, which I feel like would have been good, but the way that this tastes is even better than what I had anticipated and expected. So let's go put some sugar in it and try it. I'm back. This is taste number 2 with 2 spoonfuls of sugar. Cheers, everyone. I'm so happy. The sugar really makes the apple cinnamon pop in this, and it is very good. It is absolutely delicious. If there was any trace hint of a bitterness when the coffee was unsweetened, it is now gone. Getting a little bit more predominant of a cinnamon scent coming out of the coffee. Oh, this is good. So far, I'm enjoying this more with the 2 spoonfuls of sugar in it than I did without the sweetener. However, I still did enjoy this coffee unsweetened as well. But if I had to pick so far, I definitely prefer it with the sugar. With the way that this tastes with the apple and the cinnamon, this really does make for an awesome beverage on a crisp autumn night. This is definitely an amazing fall coffee. With that being said, I now absolutely need to know what a little bit of cream is going to do to this coffee. So we're going to go put some creamer in it and we'll be back. We're back, and this is taste number 3 with 2 spoonfuls of sugar and a little bit of creamer. Cheers, everyone. Thank you again for being here and for watching. It smells about the same as it did when it was just sweetened. So when you add the creamer to this coffee, the apple becomes a little bit more subtle, my opinion, that is according to my palate, but the cinnamon really pops after. This is a great coffee. This is absolutely delicious. I liked it all 3 ways. I would have to say I prefer it with just the sugar in it. That would be my preferred way of enjoying this coffee. Again, that's to my taste palette. But I really do like how the creamer helps the cinnamon really pop. And you get a really pleasant cinnamon taste to it. This is a great coffee. I gotta give kudos to Geek Grind. Congratulations on a very amazing and unique flavored coffee. I thoroughly enjoyed this. And it definitely comes with coffee snob recommendation. But unfortunately, that's about all the time that I have for coffee review videos today. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you. Remember that any time is a great time for coffee, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out, witches. As well as I just did it again.
You're too late. The video's over.
What's the problem with twin witches? You never know which is which. How do you make a witch itch? You take away the W. What do witches in Australia ride? Boomerangs. What do you call it when witches are optimistic about the future? Witchful thinking. Yeah, I know. I'll see myself out.